Hey guys, it's Christine. I'm just out in what's kind of left of my garden. Sadly, it's kind of run away on us because we've been having to work so many hours this year. Um, just weeding and everything else has been a real pain in the butt. Um, but we do have some tomato plants that are kind of hiding. The morning glories decided to wrap them to the stakes, so we didn't actually have to tie the tomatoes. Um, I had entire rows of amaranth planted in another portion of the bed, and the amaranth is not doing very well this year in any spot in the garden. Even the weeded sections, it just didn't. I think we're going to have to get like some horse manure and treat the soil because this version of amaranth, and this is lamb's quarter or pigweed, very edible, flavor similar to spinach, vitamin content is a lot more, but it has it grows with soils that have certain kinds of issues, and I can't remember exactly if it's the acidity or what the deal is, but it's been going gangbusters, which for me is fine because I eat it. And I eat lots of it. So tomorrow my job is to get in here and pluck these leaves and then blanch them so that I can freeze them. So the tomatoes, everything, like I said, it just ran away on us. I do have radishes growing in here, and also some dill that's still actually usable, thankfully. I discovered my collard greens are hiding, and they're actually in pretty good shape. And I've got kale hiding in here too. Two different varieties, and the kale is doing good. So, and then there's, of course, our insane strawberries. These are alpines, and they're actually made for northern regions like northern Minnesota, stuff like that. And these things are absolutely crazy. I've been giving these strawberries away. No joke. They're absolutely nuts. They're trying to take over. We may move them, let them move into this bed over here yet. And I'm also thinking I'm gonna, we have some old blocks from an old patio here. I may take them out and raise some of these beds so it's a little easier for me to deal with. We have catalpa trees growing. That one's going to stay in place because it won't interfere with power lines. We have no trees in our yard other than the apples we planted in the front. So these catalpas are going to be moving to our other fence where we have just roses climbing right now, and I'm planning on putting raspberries over there as well, and some milkweed to help out with the monarchs. There's only 3 kinds of milkweed that the monarchs eat. Oh, by the way, this is August now. Alpine strawberries produce into September. I'm not kidding. Anyway, there's 3 types of milkweeds that monarchs eat, and part of the problem that we're having with growing milkweed in Minnesota is that most people are planting it along freeways. So what's happening is the butterflies that we are getting are dying. They're getting killed by cars. So that's just not acceptable. So I plan on growing some in my yard. And I don't mind the butterflies and the bees. My husband's not a bee person, of course, but so when we finally do homestead, we won't be raising bees, which he doesn't appreciate, but you know, he likes the honey, he just doesn't do well with the bees. Here we had tried, and we're gonna weed this and then try again. There is a beet-like plant called the mango wurzel. Actually, that might be the catalpa we keep in there. That's a good one. Anyway, it's usually in England and Australia and stuff, and the seeds we got they took for a little bit, but nobody was home to do anything, so it just went kaput. You can see my row of amaranth here. Last year the amaranth was, you know, up to my waist by this time of year. This year it just isn't. I think that's why I think the bed needs to be reworked. So, I didn't grow too many herbs this year. And yes, the lawn needs some mowing. It's almost 90 degrees, so I'm not doing it today. I have to water these yet, but I've got rosemary doing pretty good. I got chives back there. The basil went crazy, so I'm going to have to pluck that and freeze it with olive oil or make up some pesto and freeze that. I got parsley in here for myself and the guinea pigs. That's about it. This plant stand, kind of perturbed about it. It's supposed to be from Minnesota. It's handmade. It has its own irrigation system in it, which cracked after 1 year. So this is Grownomics is the name. Yeah, it's a pretty stand, but you can probably get cheaper stuff, and the irrigation system doesn't last very long. So yeah, don't buy it. Yeah, it was an extremely expensive purchase, and you know, I treated it with mineral oil and stuff. It's aging really nice. You don't want to treat it with oil that's going to get into your food, and it's great for an herb garden, but yeah, the drip irrigation died. So that's about it right now. I'm just picking some greens to cook up tonight. I'm off tomorrow, so it's yard work day tomorrow, regardless how hot it is. I may not get the mowing done, but I'll definitely get some of the preserving done. So yeah, that's it. I just thought I would share really quick. And still haven't picked up my medications from the doctor, but I did get them renewed. My insurance is caught up, and I have been successful enough that I'm having pants that are starting to just slide off without having to be unbuttoned, which I consider a plus, actually. It means I'm getting somewhere. And my blood pressure still is up there. But yeah, there you can see the nice seed head from Lamb's Quarter. Actually a beautiful shot. And like I said, it's a relative to amaranth, so the seeds are edible as well. I grew up eating this, and we'd like boil it and then, you know, have a fried egg on top or something like that, and I just love the flavor of this stuff. But again, like spinach, you can eat too much of it and actually get yourself a little toxic. Same thing with kale, same thing with any greens. You want to vary your greens. Don't eat a ton of one. So, which is really hard for me because I love the taste of this stuff. Anyway, that's it. Blessed be everybody. Have a fantastic night.